Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Jamie, and welcome to the channel Thrift-Onfire. Today, we are going to break down the $400 Cal buy. In the end of the last video, I showed you me picking this stuff up. Now we're actually going to go through all the boxes, bags, whatever, figure out what's in here, value everything, figure out if it's going to be on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, the booth. How are we going to get rid of all this stuff? And it was a little bit refreshing, to be honest. I went all through this just the other day in one day. You'll see it all in this video. A little refreshing to go through things that weren't just die-cast cars. You know, I've been going through a lot of that, obviously, with the NASCAR stuff. It's not that it's not interesting to go through that stuff, but it all seems very repetitive after a while. So it was kind of fun going through some different stuff. And I think you guys will enjoy this one as well. There's some pretty neat stuff that Cal picked up, and then some kind of stuff that's questionable for me, but I still think I could make some money off it one way or the other. Before we get into this video, I want to talk about one thing. If you've been watching the channel for a while, it's probably no surprise to you that my Poshmark cheat code is Sidekick Tools. It pretty much does all the automation that's required of you to be successful on Poshmark. Poshmark wants you to share. They want you to constantly be social, so you can follow back. You can set up automated offers to likers. Pretty much anything Poshmark wants you to do or requires you to do to be successful, you can automate that through Sidekick Tools. I also wind up using it for my eBay store as well. I use it to basically same thing, send offers automatically on eBay, and then I'll use the relist tool as well, so I can relist old items on eBay. You can set it up for, you know, how old the item is before you want to relist, or if there are watchers on it. There's all kinds of things you can tweak, so it's not just relisting a bunch of stuff that you don't want it to relist. So it's pretty handy that way. But yeah, if you want to give it a try, my link's in the description down below. They do have a free trial. And as far as Poshmark, the Poshmark side of it goes, it really will step up your Poshmark game, and all the things that are required to get sales on Poshmark, they're going to help you do that via automation. All right, so everything from the Cal buy is still out in the SUV. I left it out here overnight. I'm gonna bring it in box by box, go through this stuff, figure out what's gonna be booth items, what we're gonna have to store, what we can list on eBay right away. This is probably gonna take me most of the day today, but I'm gonna get started, so let's just grab a box and take it in. First couple of boxes do not disappoint, okay? I kind of showed me these, and I think I actually even showed a little bit of it in the video, but these Dick Tracy watches here. Now this one in particular is actually Madonna. It has the colored band here that's yellow, it has 3 different colors you can exchange it with. And he said they were all over the place, and he wasn't wrong. There are some that have sold for like $90, there are some that have sold for like $25. And there looks to be not a lot of rhyme or reason of why. I listed mine for $49.99. I have it up in draft right here. You can see another watch right here I've already got drafted, and it's this Dick Tracy watch right there. I'll try to throw just a photo of it, not in the plastic. These are new as well. They still have the plastic covering on them. It looks like, I don't know, I think I'm going to get $49.99 for those as well. So if we just think about that, okay, so let's pretend for a second that I don't get $50 a watch, okay? Just remember, I paid $400 for everything. Let's just say it goes south and I get $20 a watch, you know. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. There's $100 right there. And then we have 20, 40, 60, 80, oh, sorry, 20, 40, 60, 80, $100 right there. There's $200. There's another 20, 40, 60, 80. There's $280 in the Dick Tracy watches if I only get $20 for them. I think I'm gonna get more than that, honestly. I probably will throw some in my booth as well. I might as well take one of each and throw those in my booth later on today or tomorrow, because I have multiples, right? These anime shirts, I don't know if these will be eBay or not. He said somewhere he's got a little piece of paper around here he wrote on them. He figures they're $15 to $20 a piece. I don't think he's wrong. Anime shirts are good. There's a Pikachu shirt here, a couple of them. I don't know who this guy is, but there's a couple of these shirts, a couple of these ones as well. Hunter and Hunter, I think that says, a couple of those. This is large, this is XXL and an XXL. So once again, say they're only $15. There's 30. There's another 30, another 30, another 30. I think even if I decided not to sell them online, I think if I threw them in my booth for $15 in the bag and don't do anything else with them, I think they'll sell just like that as well. I have this other little box that I brought in the first round of stuff coming in. Minecraft bag. It's a little bit dirty. I'm just gonna hit it with a lint roller. This will wind up going in my booth for sure. I could sell this online, but I know I can sell it locally and still probably get, you know, 10 bucks out of it anyway. I wasn't sure about these, and he said he wasn't really either. I just looked up the model here. I didn't see any brand new ones, but there's a $27 just the handset that sold. 21. These are both pre-owned. This one appears to be new in box. I'll pull it out of here, see if it's all sealed. They also do still sell these handsets on Amazon. I got a couple of them, so should be able to get those listed and on eBay. This one's a slightly different model, but same idea. I assume they're 20, 25 bucks, maybe even $30. The other things in here, another one of these flash drives. I've been throwing them in a box for 5 bucks, and they've been selling. I do have some listed online, but just like that one in particular probably will go in the booth. And he said, hey, I'm sure you can always use batteries. He had his box full of batteries he gave me. So yeah, I can always use batteries for testing. So that's the first round of stuff. I think we're doing pretty good. The SUV is still full of stuff, by the way. I don't want to make it all about this first box, but I can already see right off the bat we're going to do pretty good on this cow buy. Filming this clip on Friday the 13th. It's just a few hours since I've started this maybe an hour and a half ago. We're getting into maybe hour 2 here in a minute. Like I said, Friday the 13th when I'm filming this, and the weather has been crazy all over the place this week. Started off with almost summer, got a little cooler, got a little rainy. Now we're back into the snow, you know, March weather. Crazy. So this is what we have now. We're going through the shoes. These low pros need to clean up, but I do think when I do clean them up, I can get about between 25 and 30 bucks. These ones I'm going to wind up listing. I think they're in good enough shape. I might brush the bottom out just a little better. I think I can get about 25, 30 on those as well. Everything else in this box is probably not going to be dealt with today. These will likely be a donate, honestly. There's some imperfections in here. It's not a great brand. Not going to sell them likely. These need a little better cleanup. There's no insole. These are Boost Ultras. Yeah, I think they could be good. We'll see when I get them cleaned up what they look like. They're not awful or anything. They just, to get better money, I think on those ones we need to clean them a little nicer. These are a pair of kids Miracle soccer shoes. I'm probably, because they're kid size on these ones, I'm probably going to take them to a used sporting goods store and see if they'll give me a few dollars that way. They would be a long tail item for me. They have always been on eBay when I try to sell them. So we're just going to do that with that pair of shoes. Okay, so now we have a pair of Speed Cycle shoes. This particular color has not sold. I've seen different colors sell for decent money. There's another pair listed just like this in similar condition. I'm just going to match their price, $24.99, so about 25 bucks on these ones. Really nice cycling shoes. Good time of year for those, a cycling season, even though currently it doesn't look like you'd want to ride your bike outside, but it should be around the corner anyway. Pair of Ralph Lauren polo shoes here, made in China. These ones definitely used. I'm going to list them just like this as is. I'm not going to do any extra cleaning on them. I don't think I'll get any more money if I clean them up, so I'm just going to not bother cleaning them. I think I can probably still get, what did I write down on this one? $29.99. There are new ones that have sold for about $40. These ones are clean enough that I think I can still kind of get in that price range, but that's where we're going to start anyway on the polos. These I really wish they were adults, honestly. For youth, Air Jordan Retros, 11 Retros lows, okay? It does have the original, or not the original, I do have the receipt from when this person bought them from Kids Foot Locker. They're in nice enough condition. I could clean them up more, get rid of some of the dirt on the edges, but they are in used condition. Being sold in used condition, I think they're clean enough that it won't make a big difference. I'll probably get somewhere around $50 for these still. This might take a little while. You gotta wait for the right adult that wants to buy these for their kids for the most part, right? So $49.99. Other ones like this have sold in different colorways. I think black is a pretty good colorway to sell, especially for a kid. Vans, these are like new. I mean, they're basically new, okay? A little bit of dirt right there. There's a little spot right there. But really, They're almost like brand new in box. I'm still going to sell them as used. That way the little imperfections can be overlooked. But I still think we could get close to 50 bucks for these. I'm going to list them for $49.99 with pretty reasonable shipping. And that's what we're going to do with the shoes. I don't think there's any more shoes in there. I'm going to keep digging around, bring some more stuff in, and we will go through it. All right, we hit a deposit of clothing. I see a couple things. I see one thing in that bag that I'm pretty interested in. A couple of hats here, though. He's even put $5 hats, and that's probably where these are going to wind up. This is like a France hat. And then what is this one? I think it says Wine Diva on it. These are going to go into my $5 hat bin at the booth. So that's not a big deal. That's exactly where something like that belongs. We got a bag here. I haven't opened this up at all, so we'll just open it up together. Now he has for the most part left me like little notes like this. So he has 8 t-shirts at $16. 8 times 2 at 16. I'm not quite sure what that means yet. Let's see. Okay, so this is more anime style clothing here. I don't love the way this is printed on here because it is definitely just like an iron-on type of print. But okay, let's see what else is in here. Tom and Jerry. It's really hard sometimes to figure this out with one hand when I'm flipping through stuff. So there's nothing crazy in here for sure. Captain America t-shirt, Raptors t-shirt, We the North. Ooh, what is this? Macho Man? But it's not the Macho Man that we know and love. It's Mexico. Reebok shirt. This is a weird printed shirt. Let's see what's printed on it at the very least. I'm sure that's right in the camera's eye of view or view, whatever. Not very good. Anyway, yep, Superwoman, kind of. I don't know. For the most part, not great, but, you know, a few clothing items. Not expecting, you know, crazy good stuff out of some of the clothing anyway. What else do we got here? I do see, this one says LL Bean on it. So you guys get a good enough camera view here. I'll show you what's in here anyway in a minute. Probably just throw this straight on the ground. What are you guys looking at? Superman, I guess, over there. LL Bean jacket. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Definitely nothing wrong with this jacket. It's light enough that we could maybe still sell it right now. So it'd be a good idea to get this listed. I obviously haven't looked up any of this stuff. We're just kind of ripping through here quick. I do see this is Hudson Bay. It's got it kind of zip tied together. Let's see if we can get it out of here. First off, no. It's going to wind up cutting the bag instead of the zip tie. I think I've had this vest and sold it, so that's good. So remember what it sold for? Not exactly, but just Hudson Bay Olympics vest. Flip it back over. I remember where I got it. I picked mine up at Salvation Army, and maybe I can even find my sold on this and throw it up. It did sell, I think, pretty recently. Another Hudson Bay thing? Yeah, another Olympics Canada. These are always good. They're just too much money for me to buy when I find them. But this one looks really nice. Canada, Hudson Bay. Yeah. Men's double XL. I think that's really good. Really good. Not sure what it's going to be worth. Oh, I think we got a couple jerseys in here. Jeez. Cal. Oh, yeah. Look at this one. This is cool. Let's see what we got. This feels like it's all going to fall off here. This is a Hudson Bay Team Canada jersey. Sorry for the camera work right now. It's not great. 2010 Olympics. Everything wants to fall. You can just see this is trying to slide out of here. This is trying to slide out of here. I'm struggling. I think that was the last thing in here. That's going to do it for clothing. I do think at the end here, Hudson Bay's good. Hudson Bay's good. This hockey jersey's likely pretty good. This jacket, I think, is good. This stuff, maybe not so good, but, you know, I'll find something to do with it regardless. I do have a bin that I'm trying to throw together. It'll wind up being this hat bin right here. Just excuse this mess. I'm gonna empty this hat bin out right back here, which is just a little cart. And I want to throw a whole bunch of t-shirts in my booth for $5 only for people to dig through. I feel like these could be part of that. I'll make sure there's nothing in here that's crazy good. Like this Raptor shirt could be good, but I do think, you know, that might be where these wind up. Still a few more things out there, so let me grab them. All right, so everything is now in the shed from the cow buy. We do have a few things out there still, but it's all packing material and boxes that he gave me, some empty boxes, some bubble wrap. Let's start off with this guy right here. A Titleist bag, very nice leather bag. It's got some wear on it up here, a little bit right here. I think if I clean it up, give it a nice cleanup, we could still get 120 bucks in the booth. I typically sold these on Marketplace, but I really want to try the booth because I don't have to meet up with anybody if we can sell it there at that price. It could be worth more than that, but I think that's kind of the area I'm going to try to sell it in my booth for, and we'll see if we can sell it. Next, some golf balls. Okay, there's 20 dozen here, so a good amount. He said he got about $9 a dozen up in Toronto for these. He thinks I can get more. I'm going to try to get $10 a dozen out of my booth. That would be $200 if we could sell all those for $10. They add up pretty quick. And we're in the right season for that, so hopefully we can sell them. And he did say I could probably get more, you know, as he gets them. Now, he sells them, but I think he can get me more as he does work at a golf course, I think part-time. Workbench and Vice. This, I don't really know. This brand, I can't find a brand on this one. It's almost like it's on-branded. And this one, when I look up just workbenches like this with a Vice, they're $80 to $200. I have no idea. I'm either going to keep this for myself or try to sell it for $50 or $60 just on Facebook Marketplace. So, not really sure. Next is ceiling fan. This is the technically last thing from this buy. It is white. It looks like it's the fake wood or whatever here. This one's actually white. It does have the brass finish as well. The ceiling fans are $150 to $300. I was kind of surprised by that. I've never bought one, maybe ever, or a really long time if I've bought a ceiling fan. There are some in the house, but I think they might have already been there. I don't know. Regardless, I was unaware that they were probably worth that much money because it's not something I actively look for or think about or have bought anytime in the last 10 to 15 years anyway. So yeah, I'm going to try to get 115 on eBay. I don't know if that's crazy or not. I'm also going to list it on Marketplace for like $100. Yeah, it's new open box, kind of like new old stock. Let's see if we get it. Last thing, so this is the only consignment deal out of this one, okay? Eagle Performance Series Pro Charging System, made in the USA, model number 24250B, okay? I initially thought this looked like a charger for a golf cart. He said no, and then I said maybe it was like for a small forklift or something. And I think we kind of confused each other a little bit about what it might be. We both knew it was a charger for a large battery. This one, so here's a sold right here, okay? $320. This is the exact model right here. There's some more listed. New, they're like $1,000 or something like that, or at least on eBay there's $1,000 for new ones that are listed. So I don't know. I'm gonna list this one for $315. It is a consignment deal, so we'll have to figure out after everything's sold how much profit there is and figure out if we're going to split it down the middle, do 60-40, whatever. It's going to take a big box, packing material. I might lose money, a little bit of money on the shipping side. I think I charged $40 in my listing for shipping, so we'll see how that plays out. But I just thought with this Cal would have took $50, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can give you more, like 100 or more. So let's kind of go that route, unless you wanted the $50 rate. Now, he said consignment was fine, and I think it's the better deal for both of us. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see how long it takes to sell this thing. We are kind of getting in the right season where somebody could be looking, so that could be a huge plus on this golf cart battery charger right here. Like I said in the intro, it was pretty fun to go through some of this stuff that was just slightly different than what I've been listing recently. You know, Cal always picks up really neat little collectible stuff, some new in the package stuff that is usually really good, stuff that maybe I would overlook currently, but I definitely would sell online. It's just stuff that I don't see all the time anymore at my local thrift stores. Yeah, as far as the clothing, if it's going to be critical anywhere, some of the clothing I probably wouldn't pick up, but because I do have the booth in some different alternative ways to get rid of things, it's totally fine. I don't mind taking stuff like that. The shoes, for the most part, I would say 80% of them are great. There's a few pairs in there that I maybe wouldn't pick up, but it is just sort of the whole package. So, you know what I mean? If I get a few things in here that I'm not really crazy about, that's okay, because there's a lot of stuff in here that's absolutely great, and I'm thrilled to be able to pick up stuff so simply, so easily, like just doing a little parking lot meetup. And Cal's got, you know, some really great inventory. So I'm super happy with the way this turned out. If you guys do like videos like this one, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.